Come on back, family. Come on back. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. It's a short video, but I want you to be comfortable and have a very clear mind space so that you can actually get the message. Today we're talking about spiritual baths, family. Spiritual baths. Spiritual baths. What are they? Why are they important to us? Who are they for? And have you actually already taken a spiritual bath before and may have possibly not known that you've already began the journey? Spiritual baths, family. Come on in. Seafood Homes. Right back at it. So, I'll tell you what, family. So, first of all, I'm sitting here, I'm sipping on, let me turn this down a bit. Get comfortable. You know, we get comfortable. We want to be ourselves. So, relax. And come as you are. Come as you are. Be sure to leave some messages for me. Be open, family. Let me tell you what we're dealing with today and what actually inspired this conversation that we're having here. I look at it like it's a conversation. People always contact me with different things, and I do my best to give the best advice that I can. And oftentimes, whatever issue that they're dealing with, I'm not able to give them any personal advice because I just haven't been there. I haven't had the experience. I may be able to help a little bit, you understand? But some things are near and dear to our heart. And whenever that happens, that type of thing simply inspires me to share and to really give the little bit that I've learned along the way, things that have helped me. And I'm not going to say exactly what the situation is. We're going to keep it private. But this soul group, family member of ours, because this is our family, we're sharing, this is our channel here. We reach out, right? And she reached out. She was heartbroken. She was betrayed by a loved one. And I've been there before, and I know a lot of other people have been there also. So I actually told her that I was going to make a video because just a typewritten message wouldn't quite do well in this type of experience. I wanted to be more giving, and I wanted to give as much as possible. So, I've been through some things, and it's not about what I've been through or what she's been through or what you're going through, but we're all supposedly going through something, right? And a lot of times it gets real stressful. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she's a clinical practitioner who does autopsies. There's only 400 in the whole, I don't know if she said the whole U.S., I'm not sure, but she does autopsies for a living, right? And she was saying that the overdose rate is phenomenally high. Very, very high. There's a shortage in her field because all of these people who overdose, this is recreational drug use. So people are doing their best to, drown their problems, to numb the situation. And that's okay for a moment, but that doesn't take care of the problem. The problem is still there. So how do we get to that problem? And by the way, I'm sipping on some ginger tea here today, part of our winter wellness prevention plan that we're doing. And if you hadn't checked out videos that I've been putting up talking about different types of herbal tinctures, go and check them out, family, because they're super powerful. And I've been inspired to share more of that. And I'm going to keep doing it because people are getting results. Stuff is helping. But this is about winter wellness, and I'll talk more about that in another video. But this whole channel, man, everything I do is all about health as well. It's about our health, our mental health, our physical health. But this person, family, they were heartbroken, and they reached out. And I said, let's talk about spiritual baths. And I'll tell you specifically why. Because a lot of times when people are going through these issues, first of all, you have to realize that it's not happening to you, all right? I'm not trying to belittle it, but don't take it so personal, to the best of your ability. Oh, it hurts like, oh, it hurts. I've been there. Been there. That's another story. But don't take it so personal. This is what's going to help you get through it, family. But realize that it's there, right? So first of all, it just happened. It didn't happen to you. Allow it to be what it is, and allow it to go. See, when we hold on, and then we build up anger, and then you get grudge inside, and then you start being, you want to be, what I say, vindictive, whether it's physical or mental or whatever, because you start wishing that the other person don't do well. You hope that all of their other relationships fail, whether it be personal relationships or relationships with jobs. They lose jobs. You just have an ill intention for things in regards to this person. And what is that doing to you? It's building up more and more inside of your heart. Heart has to be as light as a feather, family. So it's not in your head oftentimes. It's also in your body, especially family. The more intimate we are, the more touch, the more we actually pick up energy from other people. So if you have an occupation where you're doing people's hair, or you're doing body massage, or whatever it may be, where you're touching people a lot, or if you are like my friend and you work and you actually do autopsies all day, that's an environment where you're picking up a lot of energy, a lot of negative energy. Morgues, cemeteries, hospitals. A lot of people die in hospitals, a lot of sick people there, a lot of negative, not so great high vibe energy in these places. Some jobs carry a low vibration. So this is who the spiritual baths are for, family. And this is not some hocus pocus stuff here. This is another ancient Chinese remedy. And this remedy, I won't say Chinese, this is an ancient remedy that's been used in multiple traditions. I've actually used it myself. And I use it myself on a periodic basis. And this is what it is, family. It's for everybody, especially for people who are, like I said, in contact with people in intimate ways. A loved one. Let's say that you've had someone who's been cheating on you. They've been out there sleeping around with somebody. That's low vibrational energy. Once a cheat, pretty much always a cheat. I'm talking energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm not just talking about physical plane, family. I'm talking about what I call energy vampires. So when you're sleeping with people, family, you can pick up, yes, a lot of negative vibes. You can also pick up a lot of positive vibes. When everybody's in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, according to what's really supposed to be going on. When the way that man and woman was truly meant to be together, right? It can be a wonderful thing, but it could also be a very abusive thing, where it abuse you not only physically, mentally, and energetically. So let me ask you this, family. Have you ever gone into your bathroom and just run a nice tub of hot, lukewarm, bubbling bubble bath, sat back, maybe turn on some music and just let go, unwind, did your best to just let all thoughts go from that day, from that hard day's work? Okay. So maybe that's not necessarily a spiritual bath, but we're going to use that very same approach, family. It's very simple. We're going to use that very same approach, but we're going to step it up a notch. Yeah. We're going to look at the water a little closer, if we can. You see, we don't want to use low quality tap water, right? This is a spiritual bath here. We're getting ready to clean the essence of our body. We're getting ready to wash our aura, family. The auric field, yeah, we're getting ready to wash that. I'm going to tell you some things that I've done that are quite unique in regards to spiritual baths. A lot of people do them. So look at your water closely, family. Do your best if you can get a natural water source. If you can't, okay, get you some spring water. High alkaline. High alkaline, high as possible. Now, if you can't afford or can't find high alkaline water, and there's reasons for that, family. Do some research. Find out why or how our body is influenced by alkaline, alkalinity. All right, we can talk about that later. But high alkaline, and if you don't want to buy it, you can buy some lemons. Add the lemons to the spring water. Use spring water. Don't use tap water. Tap water has chemicals that's been added to it. We know that, fluoride and other things, right? We don't want that in this water. And you're going to actually have to take your time to fill this tub up with the appropriate amount of lukewarm water. You're being mindful the whole time you're gathering water. You're thinking about a clear headspace. You're breathing appropriately. You're probably using a breathing method, counting the breath or something similar. If you know how to do a nice, concentrated, deep, diaphragmatic breathing, you want to do that as you're walking back and forth gathering your water. Proper water, right? Get a nice lukewarm temperature, something very nice and lukewarm. Make sure that you carry in there with you a white towel, because you're going to use that towel, and it must be white, okay? After you finish, you're going to use that towel to pat yourself dry. Here's a very important thing here now. Candles. I know you've used candles before in the past, maybe, right? In the bathroom, just sitting there relaxing. Now, you want to get you a white candle. The white candle represents spirit. Right. So you want to place this candle, if possible, the optimal position would be where you can gaze at this camera while you're sitting in the tub comfortably. You can look straight ahead without having to turn your head. If you can place that candle there, that's the perfect place. In other words, you don't want to have your head tilted up, down, left, or right, if possible. And this may be a challenge. Do your best to get it where your neck is as comfortable as possible, your body is as comfortable as possible. Because you want to be in this shower or in this bathtub. If you don't have a bathtub, you can still do it, family. You can still do it. You're going to take the same water, you're going to put it in a bottle. We'll talk about your approach as well if you don't have a tub and you only have a shower. So 15 minutes is how long you want. You want a white towel. You want to add some lemon to the water. Maybe one lemon is plenty. You want to get you a handful of fresh. Make sure it's fresh. If you can't get fresh, I'll say use something else, but fresh is best. I'll be honest. Get it from the grocery store as fresh as possible. A handful of ginger root. A handful of ginger root. Inside of your palm, imagine a big circle, maybe about the rim of this glass. You want to make that circle filled with sea salt. Add that to the water. Sea salt, ginger root. You have your white candle, which represents what, family? It must be white. Spirit. Spirit. Now here's something that a lot of people never do or never mention doing, which is adding something from the earth other than the ginger and the sea salt. We want to get into the elements. We want to add some iron. We want to add some iron, if you can, add some iron to the water. How do you do that? How do you add iron to the water? Get you a nail. Don't sit on it. Get you a nail. put that nail in the water, see? Now that water is a conductor. The water is a conductor. It's going to conduct the metal element through, the metal element will be conducted through the water. So the water is going to be used as a passageway. We're talking energetically here. And that metal, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to tell you what it does. Metal. Why would the metal be important to us? That's a question I want to leave for you who watch this video. Why would we want to add metal to our bath water? What would that do to our body? That's a question to you, family. Soul group, get at me. Get at me. Leave the answer to that in the comments. So it's simple. Now, while you're sitting there, unlike before where you probably were just playing some music, just relaxing, no, we're going to step. Remember I said we're going to step it up a notch? Right, so now we're going to step it up a notch. While you're sitting in there, you got your water right, you got your temperature right. Get in the water, you got your candle right, you got to get your eyes right. You can lower the bathroom lights if you wish, or you can leave them on. It's up to you, but you got to get your eyes right. What do I mean by that? You got to get your eyes where they're not open so big, not staring at the candle, but just gazing. Because now we're going to get into what we call candle gazing, which is a very, very common meditation approach, which is awesome because you're working with the fire element. And we're not going to get deep into that, but if you want to learn more about that, specifically, drop a message in the comments, family. That's the only way, because it's too deep. So I'm not going to say it's a waste of time, but everybody that's watching the video is not interested in that. I don't want us to get off path. All right? So now you're looking at, you got what I call the right eyes. Right meaning correct. Not too much, not too little, just right. Because this brings in your peripheral vision. It also helps you to focus on one thing, but also be able to see everything. Did you hear that, family? So you're focusing on one thing. This is meditation now. But you see everything. Right? Because you're not staring at it. If you stare at one thing, you only see one thing, and you don't see anything else. That's not what we want to do. That's not the meditative mind. All right? We want to go into our parasympathetic mind. So follow me with these techniques, all right? All right. Get your eyes right. Looking at that candle. Sitting as best you can in that water. Erect as possible, okay? Don't have to fill it up. Immerse yourself where, I'll say where it gets above your hips, maybe. I like to put as much water as possible. It takes time. But the whole time I'm counting the breath and I'm walking back and forth. I'm already in my meditation. I make a whole thing out of it. I don't rush through it, okay? But you're in the water now. You got the right eyes. You want to look at that candle in a very specific way because you're looking for a very specific thing, okay? That flame is going to be flickering. Do your best not to have the AC blowing on the camera or a fan. On your candle or a fan. But it will have some type of movement, right? Because fire is energy. Energy is alive. It must be moving, right? I want you to be more in tune with the glow outside of the movement. Right. I want you to see the entire fire, but I want you to look at that glow like it's an auric field on that fireball, on that flame. I want you to do that while you're in there for about 15 minutes. I would like for you to work that up to 20 minutes. I would also like for you to learn how to do counting the breath method of meditation while you're doing this. Then you're going to get super results. Okay? That's not much, 15 minutes, family. Now remember, we're going inside with the meditation because, like I said, it ain't always up here. We think it is because we're thinking too much. But a lot of it is coming from inside. They say the issues are in our tissues. Why do you think I'm always drinking herbs and things of that sort? doing Tai Chi movement, because the movement, it massages the muscles. It moves the toxins out of the body. We want to get the toxins out of the body. Energy, negative thought patterns, those are energy fields. Negative thoughts are things. They get buried in our tissues. They could go deeper than we think, further back down the genetic line than we think. And oftentimes they do for most of us, but a lot of us just don't like to fess up to it. So we never choose to look at those issues and deal with them. And oftentimes things come in our life to help us deal with those issues, family. And this is an opportunity here. So I ask you to look at this so-called issue. It's not that. It's not an issue anymore. Not for you, because you have a method, you have a tool. It's an opportunity for you, soul group. Use the spiritual path. Wash away these issues. Trust the method. One time won't do it. No, one time won't do it. No, I know you work a busy job. I know you work a busy job. I get it. I know you got a full-time family obligation. I get it. You got to get your ass 20 minutes. This is a stress release system we're talking about here. We're talking about letting go. We're talking about elevating yourself so that you can elevate everybody around you. You dig it? That's how real this is, family. So group them out. Use it. Drop those questions down there. Drop those questions. Whatever. Contact me. How does she contact me? Messenger. Hit me up on Messenger. You don't have to deal with things by yourself. A lot of people going through the same things. You just got to find your tribe. You got to find your tribe. That's it. That's it. Peace. Love you, soul group. Let's get it. Health is wealth. There is no issues. Opportunities. Peace. Love you, family.